So everyone, welcome back. We continue on the topical map and let's just recap the usual stuff. So finished glass and scintillated things in the previous one. So starting on aggregates and in the wider scheme of things, it's a 2K by 2K map and we are doing reasonable progress. I'm going to have to move around the details list broadly because it's not going to fit on the screen. Not yet anyway. So, okay. Done my little cleanup. So going back to the quarries most of all, because there's a half built and start up here. Probably going to use, need to check because some of these are being used. Cement plant. And in fact, I think this one is being fully milked and petroleum fuel. I think this is good. This is on, no, it's doing both. And it's transported. Clay. I think clay comes from somewhere else. The other mine. The phosphate mine, I think. Does clay. Yeah. But I don't want to deal with that now because it's very similarly colored to the other one. So you know what? I'm actually doing reasonably well on some of these. Liquids. So yeah, these. I mean, not all of them come. What? Probably go up there. This one's not. Okay. So, and conversely, this one's not either. So we could bring it here. You loading here. Interesting. So it could get. By the way, if you happen to watch the previous episode, I was saying at the time that the England-Norway game was on. Well, it's still on. This little break we had, Norway scored. Unload. So just don't be here for now. And I'm going to assume England scored because everyone's screaming. Yep. It's 1-1. Why is... Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button, that's why. So this is what I wanted. And then aggregates. How many send? Why would I have oil here? I have 1 sand. Okay. And then petroleum fuels are pretty much non-available. So it's going to be a bit meh. The swimming lane scored again because I won screaming again. Yeah, you make building materials good, so I think this can be useful for some pseudo-local purposes here. Disallowed goal. Oh, wow. This is going to be a major overkill, but at least they'll be equivalently overkilled. And then phosphate. There's a phosphate mine right here. Take clay from here. No, I did not want that. Don't need that. So if I do this clay, Yeah, so this is still normal because it's not actually getting anything, but I think at this point it should be. It's the actual thing. Don't know where phosphate goes. Anyway, we'll deal with that separately. This is not taking aggregate at all. So use that one. Which will be a lot easier than the previous set. There's a phosphate mine just off screen. Clay. Clay. Do the same as before. I think we already checked this. Yep. And we know about these. Oh, you make building materials. Well, that's no use to me. Not in that sense, anyway. Shit. That sucks. Hold on. I need to think about this. Supply odds up in the high stacking fac of that. Yeah, I was thinking this was going to be so easy. Okay, so solve some of this stuff. Okay, transfer. I don't think we'll need to, but fine. And then this actually needs to be good. You want to come through here? I'm just going to pause this again and just like a bit of havoc. Okay, so that goes that way, that goes that way. Let's go this way and that way. So what I need is to take the building materials most of all. Except I actually want a 5. So now that I made the other one 8, 3, and even this doesn't need to be a 5. That doesn't need to be a 5. That probably needs to be a 5. And then this is going to go up to supply yard. I don't think that will make any difference. There, we're very far out. Very far out to the point I'm not convinced this is sensible. We came from here, basically. I think I have an alternative idea. Just take one train. Just give me one. That goes in the template. I don't even know coffee 10. New that. Oh, that. Start the name and call the. No, I did not want to do that. Okay, so pick up from here, drop off here, and you'll take the 300 crates. I want one more. Okay. Because then I can actually go back to my initial plan of world domination. Then from here, I'm not too phased about the oil thing. I want this and this. In which case, I don't really need two trains coming here, do I? You just picked all that up. It's fine. I'll wait for them to come in and then dump it. Or mind you, maybe I do want the two of them. It becomes, because I want to see how long it takes for this to get here. How much time we have? About half an hour. So takes 43 days to get here. Leave it on 2. We'll I think the only way I can make this sensible with 2 items is if I actually get that oil filled up. And so my other one's going to have to be this, because this little fucker is bringing engineering supplies. Yeah, you sell. There's a lot of sand here. Okay, well, I need one of these. And it needs to come up to wherever phosphate is, which is this one. And I'll probably need 2 of them because it's very far out. I'll also want these. And then all the building materials from here need to go down to the abyss, which is this, of course. So second half is on in the England game because people are already noisy. Okay, this will get better. Petroleum fuel's not going to come. Okay, let's assume this generally works. You suck. So aggregates could come here. There's a supply yard up there. Ugh. It's your typical not worthy. Not with a diesel. Clay aggregates. Aggregates. Okay, yeah, I definitely need more. I could do with coffee myself, but other than that, probably not sensible idea to do coffee just before midnight. The phosphate mine nearby. No. Well, now this is going to be producing, so I'm just lazy to build those. I don't expect this to be particularly busy, so two of these will be more than enough. And Norway's in the lead again. Or not. BBC says the goal might not stand. It looked like there was a foul. I presume live public commentary is not really allowed on YouTube on FIFA stuff because of licensing, but then you'll be hearing this early or mid-August, so it won't really be live. Right, you. They're generally not being used for anything. Phosphate mine? No. No phosphate mine. So I either bring it. Sugar. So my problem is I really. So that's a supplier. Oh, there's no cement plant here. Well, seems like I'm out of choice then. Okay. Disallowed goal. Okay, let's try to. Ah, fuck. Well, I guess both England and Norway had a disallowed goal now. Although the swift noises my neighbors are making, if I didn't know football was on, I would think they're having an orgy. And I can't do that because it's not the same level, but it could be. Bumblefuck already hates me. I guess the real question is, how do I get to this side? Yeah, so contrary to the obvious, I don't actually follow football or care much about it. Okay, so on the one hand, this I want to make sure this will work because I remember this being a totally misdirected thing. Oh, it's okay. So yeah, there's no supply yard here apart from that. I don't want to use it though. Like just get we're talking trains. Okay, what comes here? Essentially, fine. I don't have that. Okay, go send service template. No, do you have an aggregate today? It's just empty. That will never make money. Don't get ideas. Going back to whichever little piggy it was. This one, yeah, kind of this one. Okay, send edging down happily, which is great. This is vaguely edging down. You're gung-hoing. We need definitely more. See how that goes. Okay, so this is not, oops. I was more interested in these two. I think I know the answer. So it's not being taken at all. So we have a supplier out here. The only thing I would need is this precisely. You know what? I'm going to leg it. Computer says no. I want to make sure that these two do not interlap, overlap, intersect, interlap. Okay, so you want aggregates. Of course, there isn't one. Okay, you go there, you go there. You look like medium coffee. Fine. Not coffee. So what I want to do is get stuff in here. Sodium fuels is being taken. Nope, not terms. How much time I have? About 2 minutes. I'm usually not this stupid. Yep, that would probably be a problem. So aggregate large because it's far there. From here, go that. And then we'll bring all that stuff. Aki. You're all lost. Okay. I clearly effed up something. Yes, I did. That. Mm. Okay. So if I then take the building materials from here, there, Good. Hmm. Oh, honestly, we have to try it. How empty are you? Pretty freaking empty. Almost all the time. Not happy, buddy. Do I have a random trading post? No, that one, but that's this basically. Tinkle, tinkle. But we make very little. There's a phosphate mine here, which is pretty shitty one, by the way. Can I even do this? Yep, good job. So if we're only making in the vicinity of 50 tons, that's going to be very little. Most of this is actually taken. That sucks because I was thinking of nicking a bit of. Well, it doesn't need to be a lot. I think it just needs to be more than nothing. Because it just says every 3 minutes. I don't know why we're counting minutes because it should be months, but anyway. Okay, well, tough. Engineering supplies. I think it is going to get better if we manage to triple these. So it's not a wholly stupid idea. See how that goes. I think it's going to be a bit of a fine balance. We've got 3 minutes odd. Okay. Jumping. Tons of engineering supplies. Okay, I think I need more of this. Something happened again. This is relatively flat. Hundred tons. Slightly better. Get the vehicles coming in here, so don't do that. Also, I guess it can turn it around just as it did, but obviously I don't think we can up the capacity here to, there's no other mine. What is that? The crap. We've got half a minute. That's not going to cut it. Especially if I keep being awkward. Okay, well, time is up. I actually want to hook in this clay mine. I mean, it's an actual requirement. Clay, medium. Some of these are never going to make money. I think Huckeberg Silo is where we're going. Yeah. Ah, shit. Okay, I need to make sure that these are timetabled properly, because I think I effed this up a little. Yeah, it's fine. And you? Yep. Yep. Chemicals should be fine. Aggregates, I know it's only one, but tuck. Yeah. Okay, dokes. Well, thanks for watching. It seems to be. I think they just need to turn it around. Some of them have. Okay, how long is the run? 49 days. 49 days, we take four. It's about 400 tons. Need more now. Okay, dokes. Well, that's it for me today. Thanks for watching, and I shall hopefully see you next time. Let me know if you have any thoughts. Leave any comments. Bye bye.